This Karmello case is filled with false information. From viral TikToks to twisted Twitter threads, the truth about what happened at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, is buried under a pile of internet theories and media assumptions. But here's what we know for sure. A 17-year-old student named Austin Metcalf was stabbed to death by Karmello Anthony. The presiding judge, Angela Tucker, has become the target of doxing and threats following her decision to reduce the suspect's bond. Judge Tucker lowered the bond for Karmello Anthony, the 17-year-old charged with murder in the case, from $1 million to $250,000, citing his lack of prior criminal history. This decision led to the unauthorized publication of her personal address on social media platforms, prompting an investigation by the Collin County Sheriff's Office. There have been circulating claims on social media suggesting that Jeffrey Metcalf, father of Austin Metcalf, was charged with sexual assault in 2011. However, that was fake news, and on the Collin County Clerk of Court, Jeff Metcalf has no charges.
The father of Austin Metcalf does not have grape charges. That was something pushed by somebody, I don't know who, multiple people, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, was pushing this narrative. They put a fake mugshot that's not even him, a dude that looks like him. When you go on Collin County Clerk of Courts and you look and you search, all that comes up is his divorce. Nothing about any kind of charges.
Well, that's why it's always good to do your homework. You should definitely do some history before you start, spitting hardcore propaganda. And it's not our fault. There's a lot going on. The algorithms are bumping out and junk fake news everywhere. So it's hard to get raw facts nowadays unless you go down a rabbit hole like you did.
Well, the Dallas activist Dominique Alexandra, it happened when he got exposed recently for putting hands on a child, and he put hands on his girlfriend. This was reported by the news. This was charges he had. And the fake reports came out at the same time. So I don't know if it was something that his team was doing to push the attention off of him, but it didn't work because Dominique Alexandra is no good. He's a protester from Fort Worth.
Oh, wow.
Just like Jake Lang, no good people on both sides. Now, I'm going to play, actually, before I play this clip, I want to show you something, too, that's very disturbing. I don't know who made this, bro, but it looks like there's an Austin Metcalf meme coin.
What the fuck? So like some sort of what's that art that they were selling?
Yeah, I guess it's like the ghost of Austin Metcalf, but I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah, but remember they were selling these pictures, digital pictures of one thing or another at one time.
Oh,
It was
NFTs?
NFTs. So they kind of made this into like some sort of NFT coin or something.
Yeah, they call them meme coins, and usually people pull out. But this right here is mocking his death, and it's just not respectable, bro.
Well,
It's not honorable.
I don't take it. I don't take it as that. I guess.
I guess it just depends on how the family takes it, right?
Yeah, it all depends on how they look at it because you can interpret this in a few ways. I mean, the ghost part is, I don't know, that description of someone. I don't know. It doesn't seem very merry, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So I don't know. It could have good intentions with maybe not using words properly. I don't know, but whatever.
Now, before I play this clip, just a quick update, DBS. We know that Karmello Anthony got bonded out for $250,000. The judge lowered it down because she felt like the bond was too high for somebody that has no prior charges. Has nothing to do with the media coverage of the case. She just did it individually.
Well, I think when it comes to stuff like that, man, I think that's perpetuating a cycle and making it or in a sense kind of like, you know, making it easier for someone to say, yo, I could do the same thing and my bond would be that low so I can get out too. And then it kind of like spreads like a cancer, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. I don't know if that was you know, a good thing or a bad thing.
Now, knowing that, I'm gonna play this clip. Now you know that she lowered it to 250, right? I'm gonna play this clip.
The Collin County Sheriff's Office is investigating an alleged doxing of a judge in the deadly Frisco stabbing case. There's been a lot of racial tension on social media since the murder of Austin Metcalf. The 17-year-old suspect, Karmello Anthony, was released on house arrest with a reduced bond. Investigators are now looking at reports that a judge who reduced that bond was targeted online. Fox 4 Stephen Dial is in studio with more on that. Stephen.
Steve, doxing is when someone publishes a person's private information, like their home address, with malicious intent. The judge who reduced Karmello Anthony's bond is now allegedly having that happen to her. Judge Angela Tucker recently reduced bond for 17-year-old murder suspect Karmello Anthony. Anthony's bond was originally set at $1 million, and Tucker reduced it, saying that the bond was set too high for a person with no criminal history. Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the chest during a dispute over bleacher seating at a track meet on April 2nd. The crime has made national news, and the topic has become a racially tense subject. Collin County investigators told us court and staff concerned and citizens reported that people are posting the judge's address on social media. Collin County is working with the FBI to monitor any concerning rhetoric or propaganda that could incite violence.
It's not putting their name out there. It's not putting their address out there. It's when you put their name and their address out there with malicious intent. So you have to come with something like, all right, guys, here it is. Now go do your thing.
Yeah, and I think it comes to what kind of audience you cater to as well. So you know, if you cater to trolls, you kind of got like an army at your disposal. So automatically, if you ever dox anybody with maybe even trying to, you know, trick the algorithm with you know, a smile on their face, um, you know, it'll still go through, man. It still has that malicious intent because of the followers on who you cater to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. And after looking into the Anthony family, we realized that some of the money that they had was from his uncle that played football. And shout out to Amber, or I think, yeah, Amber, for figuring this out, right? His uncle played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Andre Anthony played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's how the family had a little bit of money at one point, and that's where the lineage of football players comes from. His uncle was in the NFL, bro. Carmelo Anthony himself could have been to the NFL. Austin Metcalf, he could have gotten to the NFL. So that's why I'm trying to say this is a tragedy all the way around. Carmelo Anthony making a horrible decision, but at the end of the day, these are two kids.
Yeah, I think that this is a tragedy in itself. I don't like the fact that, you know, that there could be some sort of racial motivation behind it. I'm just hoping that it's just, you know, just two teens with you know, the wrong intent with you know, I don't know. I just think this shit is a tragedy, man. It's hard to digest. I think about it because um, you know, there's a lot of factors that shouldn't have took place. Um,
Well, let's go through the facts and the rumors that everyone's talking about. The first one we already talked about right when we got on this stream was Jeff Metcalf is not a rapist. That is false. The second thing is they said that Austin Metcalf and his brother, and this is reports going out, and they're not reading the police report. This is not in the police report. Austin Metcalf broke Carmelo Anthony's phone. That is not true. He didn't break no one's phone. That's not in the police report. At least I'm not saying it's not true, but at least it's not in the initial police report. Maybe down the line we'll see it. So the other situation too, going back to the judge situation with the doxing. When this case first happened, DBS, like day 2, law enforcement came out, did a press conference, and you can find this too. And they talked about people on the internet taking this narrative, twisting it, turning it, and they will be held accountable. Now, I don't know what happened. I think it's too many people and they can't get a hold of it, but that's what's happened. People have took this case and made it into their own thing. Jake Lang has his own reasoning Dominique Alexander has his own reasoning. Jake Lang is trying to run for Senate. And dude, you seen what he did, bro. He went to the stadium and made it look like it was Austin's blood on the ground, which was a rust spot on the other side of the stadium.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I don't understand the fact that people are using this for ill intent, and the race baiting, man. That's dangerous, man. The divide is not needed in a place and time where we're at now in history. This is definitely not something that should be allowed or is even entertained, man. Because it can get real ugly real quick, man. We can go back and
People are running. So, hey, listen, somebody's live right now, and I don't even know who these people are. It's a husband and wife channel, and they're live right now. And the title of their video is Karmello Anthony will get the death penalty. And that's false. They've already came out and said that he won't get the death penalty. This is not capital punishment. This is not capital punishment.
So it's funny that it's not capital punishment. Like, I always bring it back to being in the system or being incarcerated. But like, if you ever get into a fight in a yard or whatever, and you don't want to get a whole bunch of time, or you're trying to get out of it, the best thing to do is just say it's a sports fight. And for whatever reason, there's leniency, taken upon those who say it's a sports fight, because they go into this, I guess, emotional intelligence or understanding that it gets you to a point where you can lose your shit. Sports can make people lose their shit. So for whatever reason, if you say you're in the heat of the moment going through some sports argument or whatever, and it got physical, they will definitely take leniency on you. So if that applies in jail, I'm pretty sure some way, somehow, it applies to the real world. That's probably why, it's being
Well, school and jail, and we talked about this offline, very similar. The layouts, the smell.
Yeah, the whole structure, the whole
lunch,
the whole way that they got it. Yeah, everything is pretty much the same, man.
And to say that stuff doesn't happen in school, a lot of these, and I don't know if it's not a race thing, but it's a separation gap between wealth, economy, because we got people out there saying, why would you need to do that at school? Okay, so my brother and sister were involved in a school shooting. They didn't get hurt. They didn't get shot. They weren't any other people shooting, but they were there when someone came up in there and shot the school up. And you could look this up. This was in the 90s, Leakin Middle School. I got jumped by Bloods at school, bro. I got messed up at school all the time. I was doing some crazy, dude. School is just like county jail, bro.
In some places it can be.
Someone's gonna be kind of light touchy, but fuck it. Yeah. I brought my knife to school for protection. I didn't think I get kicked out of the section. Touch me, see what happens, he didn't get the message. I made bail, thank God, it's a blessing. I know these dudes ain't here for me, they wanna win the election. Get that money fronted just to put me in the Western. Yo, God set these bullies on earth to get me tested. I practice every day, you could say I manifested. I hit him in the chest, in seconds I'm arrested. My chest hurts too, yeah, remorse starts to set in. He's gone too, rigor mortis starts to set in. I guess it's my vice, my Lord, not the set I'm in. I brought my brother to school for protection. I didn't think my last breath would be next to him. He's on the wrong team, sitting in my section. I touched him, I didn't think about a weapon. My chest out, didn't think I'd get my chest hit. The best out, yeah, they really took the best kid. I'm on the bleachers laying out. I look my brother in the eyes one last time. Yo, Austin's out. Ooh, and it feels like I'm living in a dream. Ooh, yeah. hear his brother scream. Ooh, yeah. Man, it feels like I'm living in a dream. Ooh, yeah. I can still hear his brother scream. R.I.P. to Awesome Metcalf. Shout out to Jeff, it seems like a good dad. Fuck Jake Lang and that racist shit. Fuck Dominique, he can eat a dick. Fuck Jake Lang and that racist shit. Fuck Dominique, he can eat a dick. R.I.P. Awesome Metcalf.